Hello everybody, welcome back to another LEGO video. This one's going to be, well, a step-by-step tutorial guide on how to modify mostly the backside of Slave 1, the newest 2019 edition, and we'll get started. I don't want to waste any of your time, but this is going to be kind of an updated video. I did do a modification video 2 months ago, and it wasn't as in-depth. I'm aware that I didn't actually show you how to modify it. This one's going to be that, so yeah, if you have this set, then feel free to follow along and build along with me. If you don't, that's totally fine, and you can just have fun. So this is the newest Slave one, and yeah, this is all. These are all the pieces you're going to need. And by the way, this is not included. That's my own display stand, and that was in a video. So if you want to check that out, go ahead. Okay, this might be a little while, so get comfortable. Okay, we got some sub-assemblies here that you're going to need. You're going to need a 2x10 in light gray with a, just have that and put that. This is one of the simpler ones, but trust me, it is used. It's very important. You're also going to need a 4x4 in light gray, both of these in light gray. Plus, you're going to need a lot of 1x1 blue studs, which is, it's part of the engine, so you're going to need just put one in the middle right here. That's one of the sub-assemblies. I'll give you a couple seconds to build that if you want. You can pause and rewind and fast forward and do it. Follow along if you want to, if you have the set. Trust me, it will look very good when it's done. This is another sub-assembly. This is a 2x8. You're going to need that in light gray. You're also going to need two 1x4s in light gray and a 1x4 just a regular brick. A 1x4 in light gray as well. You're also going to need two translucent yellow 1x2s, and you're also going to need three 1x1 blue studs. So just put those three in the middle, and then put these on the ends of those. So give you couple seconds. You can pause and rewind and fast forward and stuff. So just pause if you want to follow along. That's another sub-assembly. All these are going to be very important. So everything has a purpose here. You're also going to need another 2x8 in light gray. And you're also going to need a 4x8 in dark gray. And you're going to need two 1x4s. It doesn't matter what color that you use. I just use light tan. You just put those on the end here. And you're going to need a 4x6 plate in light gray. And put that on top of the gray plate. Put that on top of the dark gray plate. Put the 1x4s on the ends of here, and then put the. You're also going to need the 2x8. So put that on the bottom here, and then you're going to need three more of those blue studs, translucent, and you're going to need two more of these translucent 1x2 yellow pieces. That's a mouthful. But this is a very, very important one. This is probably the most important one of the modifications. But okay, I'll give you a couple seconds to, pause that if you like. Sorry for the low quality. This is from my iPad, but I decided to do it here so I can work with both of my hands. But here's some more modifications that you'll need, or some pieces. You're going to need 5 loose, five 1x1 blue studs, so you can see those right here on the bottom. You're also going to need a 1x4, doesn't matter which one it is. I just chose light gray. That's the best that works for me. You're going to need two 1x6 dark gray bricks. So keep those aside. They're 1x6s in dark gray. You're going to need two 1x2s in dark nougat. So put those aside. You're also going to need 4 1x4s in dark nougat. It matches the colors on the back. So get those if you don't have them. You're also going to need a black 1x2 grill tile and a black 1x2 regular brick. So if you don't know what those are, I'll just flash them on the screen here. And you're also going to need a 2x4 flat gray tile. So this is very important. You're also finally going to need a 4x6 light gray plate. This will go on the bottom of Han Solo and Carbonite, so. Okay, now to the actual modification. So let's look at this. Let's look at the Slave 1 here. Let's go to the back. This is a custom display stand, and I'm gonna do my best to have you guys follow along. So what you're going to want to do first is you're going to want to take off the carry handle. So this is pretty simple to, take off and, just disassemble. All you got to do is just do this like so, unattach these Technic pieces, and it will come apart. And you don't use this, so this is not going to be used in any of this, so just be sure to take them off. That's all you got to do is just take these off. Hopefully this is good quality for you. Kind of get it up a little bit more like that. There we go. What you're going to want to do now is take your 1x4 in light gray or whichever color you want and take these off. So I'm going to try to zoom in here. These two pieces right here, I want you to take those off. You're going to want to take those off because you don't need them anymore. So just take these and just toss them aside. You don't need them. Just toss all the things. Toss the stand aside as well, the Technic carry handle. I'm going to try to take these off. It's a bit difficult because they're really in there. But once you can take them off, it's a bit difficult. Okay, there we go. Now once those are off, what you want to do is take your 1x4 and put that right here. So now it matches the colors. Now that's one of the modifications. What you're going to want to do also is take off these dark nougat slanted pieces. Take the 4 of them off. So you're not going to need them anymore. This is where one of the complete modifications comes in. You're also going to want to take these 1x2 translucent light blue pieces off. Take all 4 of them off. And let's go back to down here. So it looks very simple now, but what you want to do is take your 1x2 pieces, got them off to the side here. What you want to do is take those and just put them right here. So there we go. Now the whole booster is complete, and what you want to do now, before I attach any of that, sorry about that, the jankiness, but what you want to do, you can kind of, I don't know if you can see that, but there are these black studs, these black 1x1 studs. I don't know if you can see that. They're kind of hard to see, but they're right here and here. Sorry about that, guys. Let me try to see it. They're here and here. What you want to do is take those off. So just take those out. Just take these off. Just take both of them out. You won't need them anymore. You can just toss them aside. And now this gives us a better look at the modification. So what you want to do now, I think I'm going to do the simple one first. I'll show you the simple one. If you can kind of see here, right here, look at this area right here. And what you want to do is take all 5 of your 1x1 studs and put them in kind of a X shape, like a T shape. Like what I'm doing right now. And just follow along. If you can't, that's fine. You can, pause and do all that stuff if you want. But that's what that looks like. Sorry for the major close-up. But that's one of the modifications. Now, we're going to get into the major modifications. Let's see. Let's put this. We'll take this part first. And what you want to do is turn that upside down and put it like so. So now you can see it's completely covering that hole. And now that is one part of the modification. What you want to do now is take your big subassembly, the biggest one, and stick it right here. So now that's completely covered up. And this is where all of the 1x4s come in. So what you want to do is just line up your 1x4 pieces. It doesn't matter which ones they are, but preferably they would have to be dark nougat. So I just used the ones that I had. But they can be any one you like. There's that, and you can see it's already starting to take shape. Now what you want to do is take your dark nougat 1x2s and just put them right here in the middle of these. So there we go. Now that is one of the major modifications. That's what this engine's supposed to look like without the handle. And what you want to do now, a couple other small modifications. You see these right here, these empty spots right here on these dark gray circles. What you want to do is take your 1x6s, put them right here so that they kind of continue that pattern there. And now, one of the last modifications, I'm going to have to actually take this off its stand. But I'll give you a good last look at that before we take it off its stand. Now, the last modification, well, the last major one, we take these off. These are from the stand. But now, the last major modification you want to make is right here. You can see these empty places right here. Well, what you want to do is take this modification, or this subassembly, excuse me, and put it where these gray pieces line up. So these tubing pieces, these gray pieces right here, take that, put it like so. So now it is continued. So that, oh, this is kind of heavy, but that is the major modifications on the back. I'll show you a couple more and then we'll be done. So that's what that looks like. If you want to pause it, you can do so. That's what the whole modifications look like. And finally, I'm going to put it in its landing mode for these last modifications. So, you still have some pieces left. Well, I'll put those over here. I'll move my stand, and that's out of the way. So you can see the cockpit here. Let's open this up. And you can see the seat inside. It's going to be a little bit hard to see, I'm sure. But this right here, you can see that. It's kind of hard to see. It's basically Boba Fett's chair. And what you want to do, if you want to modify this so his legs don't crack, what you want to do is take your grill tile, put it on here. So that's what that looks like. I can zoom in a little bit for you. There we go. And what you want to do is take your 1x2 regular tile and stick it right here. So now when we put Boba Fett on, it won't crack his legs. He sits by his bum instead of his legs. So it's a lot better, in my opinion. But that's what that looks like. And we'll put the cockpit back on. But before we do so, I'll give you a last look at that modification if you want to look at that. That there we go. You can see that a lot better. And one of the last modifications is actually up here on the spring-loaded shooter part. So this is another interesting thing. I'm actually going to just shoot these off so you can see. So yeah, you don't need those, and you don't need these. Just take these gray slopes off. And just take those off, launch the spring-loaded shooters, whatever you do to take those out. And this is a major modification. So you see those 4 studs there? Well, if we take this 2x4 light gray tile, flat tile, just put it on top. And now it is no longer spring-loaded shootery. It's no longer showing the missiles, which is good. And you can toss these pieces to the side. You're not going to use them anymore. But that is pretty much all the modifications. I've got one more for you. So you'll notice Han Solo and Carbonite here. Some people have an issue with the looseness of the Han Solo and Carbonite in the Slave One. Well, I'll give you a very important modification. It's very simple. You just need the 4x6 light gray plate I told you about earlier. Just take the Han Solo and Carbonite, put this plate on the end of it, and now open up the cargo hold. And if you can see, it's really hard to see. I'm sorry. I'm going to try to zoom in. It's pretty dark in there. But there's 4 studs in the back of the cargo hold of Slave One. It's really hard to see. But basically what you want to do is take your Han Solo and Carbonite with the plate, stick it inside, and make sure that it is connected to the inside of Slave One. So now it's not going anywhere. This thing is so secure now. And now just close up the cargo hold and you're ready to go. I'm going to tell you one more thing. The cargo hold, if you have a loose problem with the friction, I recommend using a bit of glue inside the pieces there. Just it works beautifully. Trust me, it works. The friction is so nice and stiff, and it doesn't, it's not loose anymore. I actually use glue on that, and it works beautifully. And I just use a little bit, but it works really well. So if you have the loose cargo hold problem, if the looseness of this part is too much for you, if you have that problem, just use some glue inside of here. So yeah, if you have the loose cargo hold problem, just use some super glue. It works beautifully, and it has worked for like the past 2 months. I did this months ago, and it works perfectly. So yeah, that's the only thing I would recommend gluing. One of the few things, because glue and Lego don't work very well, but this actually does. Trust me, it works. I know what I'm talking about. But that was all the modifications to the 20th anniversary Slave One. Again, sorry for the low lighting, but I did this on my iPad, so I'll give you a last look at the actual modifications. We modified the seat. I don't know if you can see it. It's kind of moving there. We modified the spring-loaded shooter parts, and of course we also modified the back, all of the back of this. So that's what that looks like, and sorry if this was a bit long, but I wanted to cover everything, and now everything's falling apart. All the random pieces are getting loose everywhere, but thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this. Sorry again for the quality. Again, if this was filmed on the iPhone, it would be a lot better, but I needed both of my hands for this. So thanks so much for watching. Hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. Hopefully you enjoyed the modifications of Slave One. Again, if you don't have the set, that's fine. And thank you so much. And we'll see you guys in the next one. Yeah. So have a great day. Have a fantastic rest of your day. Sorry this was a long video, but I wanted to cover everything. So that was my modification of the Slave One 20th Anniversary Edition. And hopefully you followed along, and you could have paused. You can pause any time and do all these modifications. This was my step-by-step tutorial of my complete modification of Slave One 75243, the 20th Anniversary Edition. So thanks so much for watching. We will see you in the next video, and have a fantastic, bricktastic rest of your day. We'll see you guys. Thanks so much. More Star Wars content coming soon. Thank you, and we'll see you. Bye-bye.